Yeah, I can real quick if you want.
All right, go for it.
What is up, everyone? Welcome all to Mario Kart World Cup here on MK Central Wii. We're very glad to be bringing you guys another cast. We've done quite a few this weekend, and we are nowhere near done. We've got this one, and then later on England can coming up, but we're bringing it to you to right now for Team Scandinavia versus Team Canada, and in which Canada is making their World Cup debut, and Team Scandinavia is playing for the second time today, and the third match overall in this group stage. This is Vinny, and I'm also joined by B. Yosh.
Yo, what's going good, guys? Welcome back to some more Mario Kart World Cup action here. Got a big one here on our hands today with Scandinavia and Canada. And kind of looking here at Scandinavia, if you guys joined us at noon Eastern for Scandinavia and France, Scandinavia is going to be returning a similar LU here, swapping Keon here in favor of Sharon. And then we do still have Fox, Barney, and Pam going forwards with them, and Roy still continuing to go backwards for Scandinavia.
Yeah, I mean, this is except for Keon instead of Sharon. This is the same lap as earlier for Team Scandinavia, in which they did play Team France, and Scandinavia did drop that match earlier today. If you guys did join us, you saw that Team France won just barely by 8 points was that final score. So Scandinavia is looking to bounce back. They do kind of have their backs against the wall here, really needing to win out essentially if they want to move past the group stage and into the bracket. So they're definitely going to be playing with a sense of urgency today. And on the other side, Team Canada is making their debut for this season, so they're playing for the very first time. But yeah, I mean, this is a very strong Scandinavian lamp. I know I talked about that with Jaggy earlier, but do want to see how Roy does bounce back, as he did kind of get outbagged by Tony earlier today. Didn't get too many shocks, but I would fully expect to see him bounce back against his opponent, which we will talk about in a minute. But real quick, before we do get into Canada lineup, I do want to mention that Nuke did DM me earlier and say that him and Barney actually met up IRL recently in Norway when Nuke was away at school. So interesting enough, Yosh, that's both our POVs today at Major RL. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's just a really cool experience in itself to have be able to meet some people out in different countries. I mean, I was able to do it with some people from my clan in Luminescence way back in the day, meeting them in London or in England, and also with a couple people out in Norway as well. So it's a cool experience within that, but also within a match perspective, that's a really big cool thing here with that. And real quickly, we're actually going to jump straight into things here. We do have 10 in room starting.
Canada's lineup briefly in between the races and get you guys up to speed on that. But yeah, just jumping into the action, DDR will be the first track. So like I said, just mentioned, yeah, Barney and Nuke are our POVs. So we will be starting off with Barney's POV here. I'm gonna opt to go around sand, playing it safe as Fox does make it with ease. So it's a 1-3 for Scandinavia early on.
Yeah, we're gonna see the continuation here of Zill and Zesty being that core of Canada's running here as they take in 2 4 spots here for them. Otherwise, it's all Scandinavia up here up front. Nuka to be able to try to take out Pam. It looks like out in front does not happen. Actually, takes out Zesty instead here. But does finally connect on Pam. Nuka's going to take a third spot here, 2 3 for Canada, with Fox running it up in first for Scandinavia.
Yeah, so they're in a good spot right now early on, as we do see some ultra takers, but Scandinavia is dominating the front, at least for now. Unfortunate TC pull from Barney. He's been getting a lot of TCs today. He pulled quite a few in the match versus France, so he's trying to reverse that trend, but it's not the case so far. Meanwhile, we will see Nuke overtaking Barney. He does have triple shrooms in 4, so he's gonna hopefully be able to take the 3 shroom ultra if there is no power shock. Bagging battle pretty close right now between MKWii and Roy, so we will keep an eye on that to see if uh, one bagger does have shock, with one bagger spinning out just a little bit, but still very close nonetheless.
Yeah, triple shrooms here for Nuke. Going to be a really big triple shroom opportunity here up top. Is unfortunately going to
Oh,
meet the pillar. But Barney here with a golden, hopefully not trying to find that same fate. He'll be able to take that up and around. Join Pam up here in the front. We got a 3-5 here for Scandinavia. Goober going in here in fourth.
oh,
But we'll actually connect the red with Barney instead. What a good
oh
play
my
here by
God.
Canada using some of that blue line, green line lag there. And you see Nuke here in with a golden in the sand, taking a red as well. Items galore here this last lap. Barney's got a pow to create more chaos. Shot comes instead. Everything is happening here all at once inside the temple of Dry Ruins.
What a tough interaction that was from Barney there, I will say that much. And it looks like in the end it's gonna be Nuke getting fifth, oh, fourth actually. Wait a
What's up?
minute. Hold on. I thought he was
Yeah,
getting like
wait.
eighth or third, but he ends up getting fourth place out of that. As a lot of people just died on line. We saw Pam and I think another Scandinavian player kind of caught up in that chaos there on the last turn. We couldn't really see what happened necessarily. I don't know if there was a blue on the line or what, but so much happening that last part of lap three is just craziness, absolute craziness.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a back bomb or just really good trail or something on the end there, but there was like three or four, mostly Scandinavian players back there. So Zesty with a potential like really good back there at the end, getting a 1-3-4 here for Canada. What a strong start! Something that you probably didn't see coming going into lap three. That's for sure.
Yeah, not at all. I did not have that on my bingo card, but it ends up being a really good race for Team Canada. That like that exchange in the end was very very good, very bountiful for Team Canada as they're gonna look to start off strong versus Scandinavia because that's kind of what France did earlier today. They kind of built a little bit of a lead out versus Scandinavia, and it kind of yeah like kept Scandinavia down for most of the match. I mean, they were pretty much in control. So if Canada can do the same thing with Scandinavia, I honestly think they have a good chance to win this match.
Yeah, I totally agree there. Kind of looking just briefly here at Canada's team lineup, Zilla, Zesty, both going forward to them with Nuke and with Nuke also going forward there. With MKWii going back as well, that's a big thing to kind of look out for. This is his World Cup debut. The very much similar theme with Team Canada from 2023, where they had a lot of new players in the interactions going backwards. So that's going to be definitely something to monitor here. So far, playing so well for Canada, even with all the chaos going on, as we do see Peach Gardens come out here in favor of Scandinavia. Nuke able to take a draft up in the first.
Yeah, we'll see. He's probably not going to be able to keep a top spot for too long there. It is Garden, so like like we just mentioned, yeah, Barney is going to take over first and has two shrooms also to boot in one, so he is chilling right now, trying not to get hit out. We see MKWii in 10 by a little bit. We'll see if he can maintain his 10th position. That red's not going to go for Nuke, interestingly enough. Looks like it skipped him. And he does have a Mega in 4 as well, so he could maybe hit Roy potentially, or he can honestly just hold if maybe were to get shock. Couple things he could do with this Mega. He definitely has his options open.
Yeah, it's definitely going to give us a big tell here. He's going to be able to hop dodge the POW with the benefit of having stairs there.
Oh,
However,
he's
he's going to take
off!
a tumble. Unfortunate ground shroom play there, just catching the corner of that patio, I guess you want to call it here.
Oh,
And a
man.
thundercloud to boot right after that. Just not anything you want to see there if you're Nuke. Just probably maybe hear it a little bit from Barney as well, depending on how close in proximity they may be.
No kidding. Yeah, that's just the game of MKWE punishing you for making a crucial error right there. Is he would have been in a really good spot to have that not happen, but it does happen, you know. Things happen. We'll see him end up pulling triple shrooms in 7 to try to back Fox, but not get him. We see Goober back here as well. And they're gone too, by the way. I didn't realize, but pack is pretty split between the bottom 3 and the top 5. So Canada is in a tough spot depending on what spots they are up in the front. We see Zesty in the mid pack and Zilla, so Scandinavia has really good spots right now. They're top 2 at the very least. Yeah, top
Yeah,
2 to Zesty gonna actually get into second here.
Yeah, it's actually going to take one. Looks like somebody got hit out. There's a ground star laid, I believe, by one of the baggers, kind of near the front. Probably will not see who's able to pick that up. However, we do see a golden here for Nuke. Going to be trying to be able to blast back into this pack here with any single thing that he can. So take a look over here at Barney. We do see Zesty up in first. Going to lock in first for Canada. Scandinavia going to take 2-3. in that lineup, and I believe 145 here for Canada. So a good recovery after all of the switch placement swaps here. Canada have been having some really strong lap threes so far.
Yeah, their lap threes have been excellent here for the first two races, and really good work by Zesty to get into first pretty quickly after we saw that Scandinavia was briefly in top two. It was looking like it was they were gonna have the advantage of being in the driver's seat, but Zesty very quickly turned that around, and it's gonna end up being a winning race for Canada as they get 1-4-5-6. So they will absolutely take that, especially on Gardens too, which was picked by, of course, Scandinavia.
Yeah, um, another strong showing there for Canada. Um, and another 5 point race there in their favor. Just a big, another just foundational race for them to kind of get back on track here. Scandinavia just kind of been. It's just felt like they've been one step behind. It kind of felt like that a little bit toward the end of their France match earlier today, and they've kind of just started back off on that foot. They were able to get a win against Latin America due to a forfeit right after that, so they were able to get some sort of. They had some time to kind of settle in that match, but so far it's just not really been on the same caliber that they've been looking for to start off with here, especially for a second level group team in the initial poll.
Right. I mean, like I was talking with Jagger earlier, I think this like Scandinavia is one of the best teams like in the World Cup, and it might be a little bit of a hot take, but like when they're on their day, they can go up against anyone and beat anyone any given day. So I do think this is still an extremely strong team, even if they are off to a slow start. It seems like it's still a lot of war left, so they can definitely bring this back, and it would be a huge morale boost if they can, get some winning races here and maybe try to come out on top after GP1. We'll have to see. It's gonna have to start here on Delfino Square, which I believe is another Scandinavian track pick. So they're getting their luck with the track picks. Now they just need to convert them into winning races now.
Yeah, that's been the big story, just World Cup in general. A lot of track picks being able that have been picked, but by respective teams, but they haven't been able to convert them. Has happened even from as early as the play-in, where like nobody's track picks were benefiting them at all, and that trend has stayed the same here. We do see Nuke taking a back green here up on the dock, sending him back into the latter half of the pack. Barney here in fourth. We did see a couple takers of double. I believe Canada may have been the big beneficiaries of that. We do see at least 3-4 here for Canada so far.
Yeah, and Nuke also with these triple shooting six isn't a good spot to get into a top spot if there's no power shock before double here. We do see both baggers kind of hanging out at the last set. Not sure if anyone has shock yet or not. One of them just did the cutback, so that's something to keep an eye on. Have to see
Yeah, we
which
do.
bagger that is.
Yeah, it looks like I thought I got a look, but I didn't. So ignore me. At least front wise here, we've got Nuke being able going into top three. We have a 2-3 here for Canada with Fox, I believe, running up for Scandinavia, or Keon rather, for Scandinavia holding up first. Do see Barney here in fifth with triple shrooms. So depending on where that shock is, if that is in play, that's going to be really big here to design Scandinavia's race here for them. A bomb here in third with Nuke could be really lethal as well. A nuke from Nuke, if you will. See how this all plays out.
Yeah, he's gonna back the bomb, and I don't think he hit anyone with that. He
Yeah,
doesn't gonna
good
shoot
evasion there for Barney.
cut. And he's gonna have to use it to recover from the hidden wall there. Quite a few cut takers. Fox is one of them. Nuke pulls a mega here at the last second, gonna use it. Not sure if we'll see any shot coming in or not. I can't really
Yeah, do see a
tell who's in the bottom. Looks like Pam and Zesty. So yeah, just missed spots there. We couldn't really tell who was in the front for much of lap three. So our PVs were kind of in the back, so we'll have to see. But might be a fairly even race, but definitely do not quote me on that.
Yeah, I believe it was like 2-3 for Canada. If I want to say, I think that's what it looked like to me. Scores will give us a more correct and accurate look than what we could provide right now. As we do see him on screen here, it is a 1-3 for Canada. The Zilla able to get back up front there, overtaking Keelan at the end. Another just small building race here for Canada. They were able to build kind of a decent point lead after that first race. They've kind of just been stacking up on that. But as we've seen in some of the other matches, those can just disappear after 2 races.
Yeah, they really can. I mean, that it can turn around just like that in MKWii. It really can. All it takes is just one race to flip to flip the war upside down and for the next team to or for the opposing team to be on top. So it's a 17-point lead for Canada after 3 races. Still doing good. Still cannot really ask for them to get off to a better start than this. And they're gonna opt for a maple here. Them, of course, starting in 1-3. Maple is a pretty standard track for those spots. We'll see if they can uh, get it, and then we'll probably see third, I would imagine, Hopping Cup, because I don't think they have fifth, but it's going to be BC3
All
coming
the
out.
speculation for nothing, which is fine.
It's the cast of
But
spirits. I mean, every single time, seems like.
Hey, we got 2 big shortcuts here, so anything can happen and anybody can take those. So no speculation needed from that front. But we do see at least Barney being a little bit beneficiary of the front here with the 4th place banana. Nuke unfortunately taking a TC on our other POV. Gonna maybe try to pass it on to Barney. Good back nana from him to keep him away from that, and then benefits with a mega here that he's able to carry up into 2nd place. We'll see
We'll
who
see who
opts
goes
to go
for
for
Ultra.
Ultra, who doesn't
It's gonna be
here.
Barney. See if he can make it. Oh, he fails it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he's usually pretty consistent on that cut. It's kind of surprising to see him miss. There, he's gonna go for it again. See if he can make it this time. Second time is a charm, as he's gonna convert on that. So he's not out of the race by any means. Just a couple triple shroom pulls away, and he pulls one of them right there from getting back into this race. We'll see who's in 10 here as well. Blue Shell is coming out, so it is Roy, but he is off with Bill, so MKWii's going to take over 10. See if he can potentially pull shock for Team Canada.
Yeah, we do see Duke kind of goldening up here. Canada in these funny number 6-7 slots here for in this
I'm
race here.
surprised no one's made a 6-0. I cannot lie.
Oh, I've walked into a couple, unfortunately. But we do see Barney here opting for Shroom Cut here very quickly, getting that as Roy respawns. So we may see top 3 here for
That's pretty top
Scandinavia.
three. Yeah,
Yeah. However, there is a increased likelihood of a MKWii shock here for Canada, though. So this race could be flipped on its head at any second. However, that top 4 does really have a big break with Scandinavia having 3 of those. So it's going to be a big lap 3 here. Barney being aggressive, trying to get Zesty out. He does. This is now a big top 3 break here for Scandinavia. If you need a definition of a recovery race, so far that's what this is right now for him.
it's looking like it. We'll see if they can maintain the top 3. I mean, the only way Canada's going to bring this back is if they have shock and they use it very soon, which I don't know if that's the case. We will see it cut getting unblocked. Zilla takes it out. Oh, Nuke fails it, though. I think that's pretty much
Unfortunate
going
bump.
to do it for Scandinavia. They're probably going to get top 3 here, I would imagine. Yeah, switch back to Barney. Let's see if they can secure this top 3, which it's looking like
I
they
mean,
will. I mean, they're just
yeah, they've
gone.
got a good 10 seconds there.
Yeah,
Barring
really
anything
good defense
super
by Scandinavia.
catastrophic, that's a locked, sealed, ready to go to the press there for them. Big top 3 there for Scandinavia. They are right back into this one, if
They
not even
really
taking
are.
the lead.
That was
Yeah,
the race they needed. They probably have the lead now. I'm not sure what Pam got. Looking like he got, I don't know, 7th maybe. So if nothing else, they've pretty much tied it. So yeah, Scandinavia right back into this war. And like I was saying, that's how quickly it can happen in MKWii. You know, you're up for the first 2 races, doing good if you're Canada, and then Scandinavia, just within one race, pretty much erases all of that. Top 3
yeah,
sevens.
top
So
three seven,
yeah, it's probably
top
gonna.
three seven will do that.
Yeah, SC up by 2 after 4 races, so they do take the lead, and a really good GP from Kion there, Keon. As you're talking about, Yosh, I think you alluded to it. He put up a pretty good score in the match versus Italy. I think scoring 89, so he's off to a really strong start.
Yeah, that was kind of the big thing that I was looking for, kind of after or in between this match and their last match against France, of how they were able to kind of handle the running department, as they had a lot different look against France than they did against Italy. Getting Keon back for him has been a big beneficiary so far, and hopefully for them it'll hang on into the rest of the match for him as well. as we do see DK Mountain being the track of choice here for Scandinavia after a top three. Grumble Volcano coming out here in response from Canada.
By the way, there is a -10 penalty on Scandinavia too, so they actually are gonna be losing still after a GP. Uh, Zesty just posted in chat. So unfortunate in that regard, but still, nonetheless, they're gonna be right there with Canada after 1 GP, but, I mean, that pen could mean something in the end. That could be very costly, especially if this match stays as close as it has been so far.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams flirt with danger in the last couple of races with holding on to pens. Team Asia comes to mind last night, I believe, against Australia. That one coming down to essentially the wire there. And hopefully, and Scandinavia may potentially fall into the same fate here. As so far, big bomb coming up here, getting Keon and Barney. Big play there from Canada as they now occupy 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like here.
That was a massive bomb because that took out 2 Scandinavia and Pam got killed as well. So 3 of Scandinavia died on that play right there. And because of that, Canada is in the driver's seat occupying 2 through 5 with Fox and 1 with a little break. But you'll absolutely take this if you're Team Canada if you are able to convert this race still. So we'll see if they can maintain all the mid spots right behind Fox. But you do got to be wary because Fox is going to start back spamming most likely. And there are some pretty deadly turns on this track if you let your guard down even just a little bit.
Yeah, red right on cue there for you from Fox there. He's been pretty deadly amongst all these other matches from Scandinavia. So regardless of the track, it's always something you gotta look out for. Nuke is going to be unfortunately taking a TC here, and it looks like Barney may be here in a Mega trying to create some chaos. Maybe just sits right in front of the shortcut here. Opts to go for it. Does have triple shrimps though in third, so able to give some Fox some support here at first. However, Alex here now overtaking Fox here. I think by design, at least for right now. 2-3 for Scandinavia with Canada right behind.
The question is, does Fox or does Goober have an item in first? Because Barney does have a green right behind him. He's going to go for the snipe. I'm not sure if Goober has a shroom or not, but for now he is hanging on to first by the slimmest of margins. So yeah, we'll see this. Let's see this interaction play out here. If Barney can overtake him or not. Remember, Barney does have great lines on this track. Is one of the best. But he's got to be aware of this green. Goober backs it, not hit him. He hit someone else though.
Yeah,
still hanging on to first. Can he nana him though? Nope. So yeah, Goober can't take.
Hands to the front. Does connect with Nuke, however. Do see a shot coming to play here at the end.
Yeah, really good play there, and that really does help Canada out a ton. As Fox was chilling at 1, and I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking Fox was gonna run away with it, but that was not the case at all. So good work.
Yeah, really good first place defense there by Goober. From Canada. Those were they were basically taking time trial lines the rest of the way down the mountain. And it is really ridiculously hard to do that, especially with both of those greens in play, coming within pixels of both of those players. Way to end the race. 1-4-5-6 here for Canada. Been the kings of the middle spots there to just build on their lead, build a lead back up for them here. And the lead is now back up to 13 in Canada's favor.
Yeah, indeed. So, I mean, the name of the game this match, just like the last match Scandinavia played, is it's been close the whole way through. No one has really gotten a big race yet, or has gotten a chance to break away from the other team, but we'll see if that changes here in the next 7 races. But, I mean, honestly, you have to consider this a win for Scandinavia, because it seems like Canada has just been in control the whole way through. Like, essentially, I know Scandinavia got the top 3 on BC3, but, I mean... And they did have the pen to help them out, or for Team Canada to help them out a little bit. But yeah, no one's really just gotten the dominant race, and you have to kind of consider that a small win if you are SC for now.
Yeah, being able to have dominant races is one thing. Also, being able to bounce back from dominant races is another. Canada's been able to put that on display there with the recovery on DK Mountain from that big race prior to that. But we do see Cooper Cape come out here. It's a really interesting pick, I think, for either team. I believe this was a Scandinavia pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was. Well, we will see Nuke taking the cut there, and then Barney as well taking Shroomba. Doesn't have protection, though. He is going to get redded. Lands on the boost panel, so he doesn't lose as much time as he could have. Hope those weren't Fox's reds. Out there.
Yeah, Scandinavia flaking them though, so it's 2-3-4 at least for the time being. Nuke unfortunately taking his own green
In the
to the
worst
house.
spot,
He's
too.
gonna he's gonna take a little bit of a backseat here in the back of the pack. We do see Barney here in fifth though with the blooper. Looks like if Canada's still able to hold on that first, which they are not able to, it's gonna be 3-5 now for Canada. Top 2-4 for Scandinavia. So far, they've been able to take control of the of Koopa Cape here.
Oh, and a good red evasion from Barney as well. And he's able to keep one shroom to do the cut up here. He wants to nuke has Bill, though, I will mention, with pack still being relatively close. So now his bagger can touch as many boxes as he wants to without the risk of pulling it, which is very important, especially on a sitting track, too. Looks like one bagger has it. I can't really tell who that is just yet. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I was like... I can't
Looks like we have a
tell.
chase. Yeah, one is going forward. We do have one in play.
One
Looks like
definitely
here.
has. Yeah, one for sure has. We need to... I want to see who is that, though? Cannot tell just yet.
Yeah, looks like both of them are on the loose here. Unfortunately, both our POVs are in the back, so they're not able to get a good look just yet. But with the way Nuke's playing this Bill, he is going to dodge here. So it was a Canada shock.
Yeah, kind of figured it was when he held the Bill for a while there. So a good shock from Canada. That's going to get Nuke into first. See if he can maintain. Oh, Pam's right on his tail, though. Fighting for first. Looks like Pam actually takes over one. Yeah. But Nuke has a shroom.
Yeah, big pull. Unfortunate Nana, though, from Pam. Good response there. Chilling a green here in the pipe. Looks like hit something, though. Nuke taking back over first here in a dogfight here with Barney. Both players have first place on their screen, so I could not tell you who's actually first. Looks like Barney's going to be able to take that. Has to go tight with the Nana for Nuke. Forces going to take that out. That's top 3 for Scandinavia.
Oh my God.
Big turn of events here in Scandinavia's favor.
I don't know how Pam was able to come back up and get a top 3 spot. I'm pretty sure he hit the zapper. I think that's how he lost one. Like, I couldn't really tell exactly, but he still was able to get a top 3 spot somehow. So he obviously pulled shrooms at the last set, a very close ball. Maybe a golden, to be honest. But that's a really good race for Scandinavia, who's going to take over the lead now officially.
barring any other penalties that may pop up here, of course.
That's true. Yeah, Pam gets one off of that. That is crazy.
Yeah, big race there. Top three for Scandinavia. Definitely going to put him back up in the lead here by a good, actually healthy 10 points. So so far they've been they're able to put themselves back up in the lead. If that penalty was no longer a thing, they'd be up a good 20. So so far they've been able to nullify that penalty and all good to go for there.
Yeah, we'll see how both teams respond after this. We'll see if Scandinavia can keep the momentum going and get another winning race here, or we'll see if Canada can kind of do what they've been doing all war and just bounce back. Like, they haven't really dealt with adversity much up until now. This works. This is the first time they've trailed, so I do want to see how they respond to it. And I do like their track pick too in GV. You see Scandinavia going Maple, which is a good track for them as well, starting in top 3. Not opting to go for BCWii, which is kind of interesting, but I respect it, honestly. Well, one of them, I should say. A couple of them go BCWii, but it will be MT. Saw kind of a track split there from the voting, so see how they play this beginning out here.
Yeah, I mean, top 3 for Scandinavia. It's really hard to not pick BCWii in that situation, but they do also have a couple glitch takers on that team as well, if my memory serves correctly. So could go either or here. Nuke, unfortunately, taking some of Barney's nanas. That's going to send him in the back for a little bit. We do see Barney able to hold on to the first place here for at least the time being, going into the trees of Maple Treeway here.
Yeah, so we see Barney keeping one. Is going to avoid the bomb there. Taking those good lines. Both baggers neck and neck right now. Oh, a nice nana from Barney. Gets it to connect. The person right behind him. You see Pam in 2, so still top 2 for Scandinavia. 3-4 for Canada with 2 reds here for Nuke. for. These probably won't connect, but he's definitely going to throw these up in a second, probably. Could potentially get a
That will
power
definitely
wave
help
off.
out.
Nah, not going to happen, unfortunately. So, still hanging on that top two, very strong. Good work so far.
Fox sneaking up here with triple reds. Nuke's gonna have to break hard here to make sure he doesn't hit those. Now another top three here for Scandinavia with nothing really else that's been challenging him so far. This bomb could make a big play here as we do see it go up. Wiggler's gonna eat it, unfortunately. We do see a top four here for Scandinavia, and both those baggers, when they drove past, were still cycling for items here, so we could have a shock. Still not in play yet. TC for Nuke, though, is not what you want to see. If he's not able to pass this up, then Scandinavia is going to have a big break here.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not going to be able to pass it. So this is really bad for Canada. They are bottom four right now. And a shot comes in. Actually, wait. Didn't do a whole lot more, but that had to have been a Canada shock, right?
Yeah, it looks like Keon and Fox are going to fall back here. So still some play here. Maple True Physics prime in action here from Nuke. Unfortunate recipient of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, start to recover for him. Barney's still running comfortably in first here for Scandinavia with nothing really challenging him so far. I believe Zesty is, though, right behind him. So we do at least have some front presence here for Canada. However, it's, I believe, 1-3-4 for Scandinavia. So the shock did benefit Canada there. Not probably to the extent that they wanted to. Do have a last-second blue coming in here to play. See how that goes. Shock cancel here, though, for Scandinavia. Chain red here may make some damage. And it will. Looks like, I believe Scandinavia was able to shroom up ahead of them here. So it's top two, but 3-4-5 for Canada.
Yeah, so Canada was able to save that a little bit. I mean, briefly, it was top four and then for Scandinavia. So that shock did actually help them out quite a bit. If it wasn't for that shock, I mean, Scandinavia probably runs away with top four of that race, but at least prevented that. So still a winning race for Scandinavia nonetheless, but it could have been a lot worse if you are Team Canada. So, I mean, sometimes you just got to take small moral victories in that situation and just move on to the next race. Because, yeah, a top two 6-8, while it's still a losing race, it definitely could have been a whole lot worse. They're still only down 17, so they're very much within striking distance of Scandinavia. They could do what Scandinavia did to them and get a top three very easily and turn it back in their favor.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think as much as that shock didn't really make sense up at the time, shocking before cannon was also really huge, just to take away that any potential of top four getting essentially creating more of a break with the cannon and being able to get some frontal presence while they were still kind of a bit of a tighter pack. I believe two of them were dodging up in stars for Team Canada at that stretch. So big shock play from them from it being able to create a little bit more chaos on the track, and we're able to benefit greatly off that with the 3-4-5 there. Grumble Volcano coming out for Team Canada once again. Do see Goldmine here for Team Scandinavia.
And it will be Goldmine, so yeah, pretty standard. Expected them to come out with that track pick. So we will definitely see 8th going up half pipe here to try to get Bill. And we'll see if maybe Canada tries to prevent that. You know, Nuke could swerve over to, or one of Canada's other bottom spots trying to take boxes. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Nuke just going forward. Probably isn't going to be able to draft anyone, but he will be able to get a wide box. And a really good pull in a single shroom for him. So we'll see if he can break into these top spots, into this top two from Scandinavia. Zesty lets him draft. Really good team play there. I found himself in second, avoids the Nana, and gets into one, just ahead of Barney.
Well, actually, I think lag bumps him off there. Big play there from Nuke.
Oh, dude, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Another blue to green line connection there for you guys. Some benefits and drawbacks from that. Nuke's going to be able to just run this a little bit comfortably in first. However, we do see Barney holding a blue here. And that will be fire now. So Nuke's first place will only be short-lived, unfortunately, for Team Canada.
That's his reward, I guess, for making a good play.
However, Canada's right behind him. It's top four here for Canada early here in Goldmine.
Yeah, so far that blue hasn't done a whole lot. Canada's looking to just run away with this top four, even though it is close. And Nuke does slam on the brakes. stop, I guess expecting a TS there, which tells me that maybe Scandinavia has shock, or they think that Scandinavia has shock. We do see Barney holding a star in 7 as well. So we'll
Yeah,
see
we do
him
see.
holding this for now. Keon in a
I
star. Actually, go and try to star the bagger, I think. Yeah, he's trying to star
yeah, there's
MKWii.
MKWC.
But I don't think yeah, he doesn't get him, though.
Yeah, very interesting play here. So, supposed Canada shock here in play, especially with them being top 3. That's not a bad thing here. We'll see if they do have it. We should expect one here in a couple seconds with 4th and 5th. Getting target shock, but they opt not to. So, could see no shock in play actually here. Nuke with the triple shrooms. Try to break into this 4-5 that they've had. Pow coming in is going to delay those shrooms. Looks like it's going to be a top 3-5 here for Canada. Speaking into existence, man. What a response.
I was not even meaning to do that, but I guess it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Casters curses work both ways, you know? We can also speak things into existence just such so we can take them away. So, like I was saying, I mean, that's the bounce back race that Team Canada needed right there. Like they're just gonna take over the lead once again. I mean, back and forth has been the name of the game in this match. It's happened a lot in this World Cup, actually. A lot of these matches. Yeah, top 3-5, so that gives them the lead right back. And if your team, that's really tough if you're Team Scandinavia. I mean, you just fought so hard to take back the lead for the first time, and then just like that, I mean, Canada takes it right back. Definitely a big dagger.
Yeah, I believe we've had 3 or 4 lead changes in this event alone. On top of so many of the other ones, there was one that I casted earlier on in the World Cup. I might have been the play-in tournament between Africa and Benelux. They had like 5 lead changes in the first 6 races or something like that. So it's been name of the game. These have been a lot of competitive matches today. Canada taking a 10-point lead here after that top 3-5 or the likes for them. Be interested to see with a lot of these top 3 1-3 tracks being taken away here, see what they opt to go with here. BCWE still is surprisingly on the board, so that's a valid way to go.
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of surprised BCWE has not been played yet, to be honest. Usually it's played earlier than this in the lore, but it's coming out now, and it will get picked. So this is really good if you're Canada. You definitely have to take advantage of this. Right here. Try to build on that 10-point lead a little longer, because you still have a GP to go, so you cannot get comfortable, think that you have this in the bag, because you most certainly do not, just yet at the very least.
Yeah, no lead's been comfortable.
Doesn't get Bill, though. Gets triple shrooms. We'll see him in triple reds now, as he did chain those shrooms. A couple people get taken out in the mid-pack. Barney's going to use a Mega early on. It's single red.
Yeah, very interesting spot to use that Mega, to be completely honest. Had a lot of chaos potential here. We are going to see Barney with the glitch attempt here it is going to make.
Nice.
That's going to be a free first place here for Scandinavia to build up onto, I believe, a top 2 for them.
Yeah, I think so. That was a very clean glitch from Barney. Although he is going to lose his shrooms instantly, though, to the POW, so that's very unfortunate, but he still has a break in 1. So he's not too upset over that. We see Nuke just shrooming away from the TC. Zesty is in second, so it is 2-3-4 for Canada by the slimmest of margins. We do see,
yeah, I mean,
single NAM pulled, so not too much going to happen, at least for now.
Yeah, we might have had a Zesty glitch, maybe, or just eventual break from the pack here for him, because he's got a bit of a lead here. Do see it looks like a successful hit on Barney from either a ground item or a shot from Zesty. That'll tighten their lead up a little bit. We do see Nuke here with a Nana and Shroom. Opts not to go for left side, as a lot does. There's a bomb there on... Well, never mind. A little bit of a lag bomb there. Attempt there from Barney onto Zesty. Zesty is going to overtake first place here. And Barney's going to look for a fib snipe here.
Yeah, he's going to try and make a play on the bridge, probably, right around here. We'll see if he can get it to connect. He's going to throw it up, and Zesty does avoid it. Good job from him to predict that. Barney.
Yeah.
2-3 for Canada, or 1-3, I'm sorry, for Canada at least. Nuke in third. Gonna back those greens. Gets him onto someone. Hoping that was a Scandinavian player. Although
Yeah,
Barney takes over 1 again, but he gets
gets
TS.
shocked off.
Yeah, he gets TS.
Yeah. Looks
For a
like both of
split
them
second
actually
he
did.
won.
Nuke taking over first
Oh,
here.
yeah, you're right. First place for Nuke. Maybe not.
Oh,
Okay, so
Zilla
it's
dodges up
Zilla.
here.
Oh, he hits the
Takes up
fire though,
this
and
position.
he gets
And
bumped
then gets
off.
knocked off. Oh,
Oh, that is
no.
so detriment. That is so costly for Canada. You can't have that happen
Yeah.
there if you
Have another
can.
glitch succession here from Barney, taking shrooms up. Gonna try to steal first here from Zilla, which he does. Clutch play there
One.
from Barney to at least salvage something for Scandinavia. And Scandinavia at least getting 5-6 here in the back. Good recovery there from Barney. Good recovery for Scandinavia there as a whole. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
things happening going into the end there.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna harp on it too much. Ah, man, just those kinds of mistakes, man. You can't have those happening that this late in the war when you're only up by like 10 points. That could have been so good for Canada too. We saw Zilla get into 1 there, so it was for a second it was top 2 from Can until that happened. But they still get 2, 3, 4 off of it. But yeah, you just gotta wonder like what kind of race could they have gotten if Nuke hadn't have hit the fire and then gotten pushed off there in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, we'll see if that's something that kind of just gravitates in their mind here going into these last couple of races. I mean, a winning race is a winning race at the end of the day. That's a really big thing that Canada needs to keep in mind here. Still a 7-point swing in their favor from last race into this race, building that lead from 10 to 17. So a lot still can happen. There's still 3 more races. We've seen leads fall. We've seen leads grow so quickly within this World Cup. So I think both of these teams just have to keep an open mind. It's right back to race 1 again. Just need to win just these last couple races. Just win 1 race, then win 1 more race, then win 1 more race, and then you've got it in the bag pretty much.
Yeah, you just have to take it 1 race at a time for both teams. You can't make it a bigger deal than it is, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to think too much about it. You don't want to overthink it because that's when you start making those mistakes and kind of those mental errors. So that's really the key right now. Like for both teams, but especially for Canada as well, since you are in the lead, you have the driver's seat. You don't really need to do anything crazy right now. Do you see TC getting pulled from, looks like someone in Canada that... Let's see if it does get past. A bomb in third for Nuke. See if he's able to make a play here onto Barney. Nah, he didn't connect, unfortunately. So, those triple shrooms, but he's got to be wary of Fox's reds here if he tries to do something crafty.
Yeah, it looks like Zesty and Nuke both taking the double there. However, Zesty's going to take a back red there from either Fox or Barney, so good play on them. 2 Shrooms here coming up is going to be able to break into their top 2, maybe even build a little bit of a buffer for this top 3. Do have Zilla and Zesty for Canada right behind Nuke here, so a little bit of support here from Canada. However, it's Scandinavia top 2 for the time being.
Yeah, we do see Zilla and Nuke both taking the cut, so they're right there with Scandinavia, trying not to let them break away too much. But, oh, Fox gets him again with the reds. He's got... And
another
Nuke
one!
hit.
Wow.
I mean, it's just the reds of death for Canada there. That is just crazy. Fox really made a great play there to, hit out Canada. But trying to bring it
4,
back.
5, 6 here for Canada at least.
Oh my gosh,
couple more backgrounds coming here, and then another one from Keon here. Shells everywhere.
Oh my gosh, this has been the race of just greens and reds. Have just been absolutely detrimental for Canada. And did we see a shot coming in? Barney's gonna not opt to take the ground star on the other POV. He's gonna opt to do small double. He fails it though. He fails small double. Is that gonna cost him? We'll see. He's still in first though, so it doesn't look like it's gonna cost him a whole lot. Oh my gosh, that bomb was almost insane. Saw there. I don't know if you guys saw it, but that was barely flashed across the screen.
I believe that was his 3rd near miss for a bomb on this race alone. Duke able to golden up and try to salvage some spots for Canada here. But what a performance here from Barney. Able to just take over first immediately and then be able to hold on to it the entire time. A couple great back spams to keep Canada out of his hairs. And even with a small double fail, he was able to recover and lock up that first place there for Scandinavia. Much, much needed for them coming down the stretch.
Yeah, luckily it didn't really cost Barney at all that small double fail. I thought it might have had a chance, but yeah, it didn't cost him at all. No harm, no foul. It is a +1 race for Scandinavia, so they'll definitely take that, but with not only a couple races to go, you're gonna need more than like even races. And if you are Canada, you'll definitely take that for sure. Just a +1 race. All you need is damage control. You can afford to lose races, but just can't afford to lose them by like more than double digits, really. Like if they can afford that, then they'll be good to go and can win this match.
Yeah, this is a really interesting result here for both teams. Canada can finally give like a little sigh of relief, being able to get a little bit of damage control and still take control of this race. However, this is going to be a really confidence building here for Scandinavia. Finally getting one back here, be able to try to build some momentum. So both teams kind of feel like they're in the right here. So it'll be really interesting to see if they can, if who overpowers the other in this next race. This is going to be a really big, crucial one here. Going into obviously the final race right after this one. Stadium coming out, Toast Factory coming out with a lone RBC as well. Gonna be a big pick here. And we do get the lone RBC. The lone wolf strikes again here.
Oh, I think we have wrong graphics real quick.
Yeah.
There we go. So RBC coming in. It was Pam's pick, so a Scandinavia track pick. And we'll see what they can cook up now. Needing a good race. Oh, we instantly see Nuke getting bumped off. And straight away, you don't see that too often. But he finds himself in 8th. Hopefully he can get a golden or something to try to catch back up. Switching over to Barney, who is in 1st. With some Scandinavian members to help support him. See what he can do. We'll see if they opt to do any double backing, potentially, him and Pam.
It would be triple backing. They're top 3, I believe, right now.
Yeah, both baggers neck and neck, both doing the strat cleanly. Pam taking the cut. Zilla is in 3rd now. And it looks like Barney's going to get the draft onto Pam. Let him go in 1st.
Yeah, I've assumed this Fib is going to go on this rail here, being able to block rail from the rest of Canada taking it. A little early of a placement here, at least in my opinion. That could still bite back here in the favor here of Scandinavia, but Barney just holding on to this top 3, or onto this top 2 at least. Do see Roy looks like being hit by the fire, so looks like he's still gone in 10th. Taking a blue here though for Barney. Pam's going to take over 1. Zilla's now going to challenge for this 3. Sneaky red back there as well from Pam. Really risky play there.
Yeah, almost some friendly fire there. And Zilla does get into 2nd. See Barney trying to snipe him. Doesn't connect. Zilla trying to back him. We do see Kian taking cut. So, yeah, Scandinavia still in top 2. Well, barely. Yeah, Zilla's trying to fight for 2nd right now, but is going to concede to Kian. But it's still being a very tight pack, and this POW could be huge for Barney. He's going to opt to use it very quickly to try to get the T-POW off. And he T-POWs his own member, or his own teammate, it looked like. And another blue onto Scandinavia.
You could see another strong lap 3 here for Canada. Both backers are still going backwards, at least for the time being. MKWii is the one gone in 10th here in favor of Team Canada. So we could see a late shock be pulled into play here, as we do see Nuke goldening up here. Fox taking the TC here, and being able to red Keon out here, it looks like, for the time being. So I believe we have top 2-4 here for Canada.
Yeah, Nuke is just going to keep Scandinavia back, trying to schlag with the TC. He is going to have to eat it. So tough for him. He does get build, though. Yeah. So he may not get 8th after all this race. Potentially. We'll see what he can get here in last set.
Drop out from 8th is going to take him here, but forces Barney into a mega.
Pulls a blooper, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a Canada top 3 here. What a big turn of events. Another strong lap 3 here from Canada. And that is a really big boost to your lead. This forces, I believe, an all-run here from Scandinavia going into the last race.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. We'll see a score update in a second. Don't really want to spoil anything, but yeah, really good showing. Some clutch blues being pulled from Canada, and then that POW, though. Like, it looked like Barney T-POW'd his own teammate and Keon there, from what I saw. So that kind of set them back big, and then the TCs also. So, yes, top 3-7. That's going to put Canada up 35 going into the last race. So you're right. Scandinavia does have to all run if they want to win this war. I think they need like top 4-7, top 4-6-ish. in order to win. So you're definitely going to see an all-around track coming out, maybe GV2 or GC and Mario Circuit, maybe even a Yoshi Falls. It's going to be one of those tracks, I would think.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go deep in their bag for that. This is also where that -10 penalty against Scandinavia is coming into play here. With this
Yes.
fourth, without that penalty, this is not really an all-run situation. It's not do or die as much as it is right now. But going into their bag, Scandinavia does opt for GV2, the good old classic for an all-run situation here. Short track, heavy running presence. Shock doesn't necessarily get pulled all the time until like late into lap 3. So a good situation for them. DKJP is the option for Canada here.
And it will be
It is where we're going.
DKJP. So unfortunately for Scandinavia, they do not get GV2. They're still going to have to all run though. It's just going to be so much tougher with the cannon, and the fact that all Canada has to do is just have one of their guys sit in 9 the whole time, pretty much 9 or 10, and try to prevent shock being pulled for Scandinavia, or just keep it shockless as well.
Yeah, Canada is going to send MKWii backwards still, so it is going to be 9 runners here, 1 bagger in this situation. We do see a start in 4th here for Nuke early, so that's going to be a really big tell on whether MKWii is going to be able to pull or not. We do see Barney here in 7th, however, just trying to chain items, try to get back up into the front here. But right now, it's top 2 for Canada at the minimum, and they're just going to try to control this here for as long as they can. While Scandinavia is still hot on their tail, 3-4 here with Keon and a star up there.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to get into the front as quickly as possible and try to get Canada out of top 2. They should be cycling for blues, and they gotta hope that they can like pull shock in 9, assuming like maybe Roy is in 9, trying to get it, or else it's probably gonna be curtains for them. I mean, right now, Canada's doing a great job making this lead stand up, and we see Nuke using his star in 2nd to avoid getting greened. And a shot coming in, that's a Canada shock, and they're just going to dodge top 2 cannon to hopefully seal the deal here.
Yeah, we do see Roy dodging in a bill as well, so could it have some different implications here up in the front, but right now it does not seem to be too much of a factor as Canada's just able to hold on to this top 2 for free right now. And it looks like 3rd does get hit out as well, so that lead just extends here.
Yeah, just keep in mind, they just need 1. I mean, that's all they just need a top 4 spot. That's it. So even if one of them has to like sacrifice, get it by items to have like their teammate break away, they'll definitely do that since they.
What a hop dodge here for Barney. Gonna be able to keep really on this gold, and that's gonna be really big for them. Try to break into this frontal presence here.
Yeah, Scandinavia is trying to make a last-second push. We will see shot coming in again to dodge Zillion Cannon to pretty much wrap this one up. Unless there's like 3 blues that come in like in a row at the last second, he's gonna take home first and win it for Can.
Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to speak that into existence again or not, but it is possible. Just it's coming a little late here. You do see a bob here for Barney. Not going to unfortunately do much, especially when Scandinavia is up in 4-3 there for him. But right now, do see a late shock here come in. Which is good. I believe a Canada shock just to lock Zesty into first, honestly. He may sit in line here for a little bit, wait for someone to come up here. Barney and Keon. Keon's going to get, unfortunately, the team kill on Barney, but Zesty's going to lock in that first. That is a big win for Canada in their debut. This puts Scandinavia in a I believe a 2-2 position in a really big state for them as they have 1 match left in this group stage, and it's against the reigning champions of England.
Yeah, Scandinavia's in a really tough spot. It's going to be very hard for them to move on into the next round. Like, this loss definitely hurts a ton. They really needed this win to kind of keep their chances alive. But a really strong showing from Canada in their opening match. By the way, shout out to Zilla going on 127 in this match, by the way. Like, he absolutely went off, putting in the work. He's going to hopefully be able to do this again for their sake against England later on today. So yeah, Scandinavia has a lot of work to do. It's going to be extremely hard for them to move on, but they're technically not. I don't think they're officially out just yet, but their chances are extremely grim looking.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of these teams. I believe they're the first team to play 4 matches so far in this tournament. So we don't really have a lot to go on whether 2-2 is a good place to get to the cut or not. But they do lose against England, and if they do make it into the bracket stage, granted, they may have to face against like a U.S. North or an Asia or one of those stronger teams out from Group Two. That is just not what you want to be at, especially when you were one of the top four favorites coming into this tournament on paper.
Yeah.
Um, Being Team Scandinavia here. So, not really the tournament that they've been looking for so far. And there's still a lot to play here. We still have a whole week left of matches to be played. So, um, they're not in the best position right now, but everything else could shake out in their favor.
Yeah, it still could. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see and see how the rest of their matches go. But yeah, it's definitely a little surprising to me that they've kind of struggled just a little bit coming out of the gate, but we'll see if they can bounce back. But yeah, a really strong showing once again from Canada. They were in control most of the match. They were trailing like a time or two, but they didn't let that affect them. They immediately bounced right back, and it's going to be a very entertaining Canada versus England match, which is coming up later today in just a couple hours, and we are definitely going to have that one casted. You definitely don't want to miss that. So we'll see if Canada can keep the good times going. But yeah, Yosh, any other thoughts on this match before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think Canada strong showing. This is all without Artie, by the way, as well. So that's also something to keep in mind. Missing one of their big prominent key runners, at least from the past couple teams within or past couple Canada teams in the World Cup. If they're technically not at full strength. And if they are able to full strength at England, they may be able to give them a good run for their money and could see a new favorite coming out of this group from what we initially saw on paper. So a lot still to be done, a lot still to happen, but a really good showing here from Canada. A lot stronger than I think a lot of people initially thought.
Yeah, I think so too. They definitely can surprise a lot of people, and they certainly have the runners and the running power to do it. Uh, and we'll see. Yeah, but it is, and of course, as I did say, you definitely do not want to miss Canada versus England coming up later today. England, for the first time, will be playing this season in the World Cup, and they are absolutely one of the favorites to move on to the next round. They also have like among the best players in the game, headlined by like Xander and Rosen too, strong showing, and yeah, very interested to see what they can cook up later tonight. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for for this match. As we kind of wrap this up, but yeah, once again, I mean, thank you all for watching this one to all the viewers. You guys have been remarkable today and in this tournament so far.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys always coming out and showing out. We've had a lot of casts going on so far, where I don't believe have really missed a match yet. Unfortunately, that streak will come to an end here with the match coming up at 4:30. But do join us here in 2 hours' time for England versus Canada. Brody and Fresh will be joining us on the mic here for that
Nice.
match. So a big cast coming in for a big match. Nothing you got, not something you guys are going to want to miss. I'll be running everything behind the controls, so you could join me in spirit, I guess, and it'll be great to. It'll be a great time for all of us here, watching or working here. So on behalf of Malware, who was doing all of our stream host duties today, huge shout out to him, and on behalf of Vinny and myself, thank you guys so much for coming in today, watching this one. Hope to see you guys soon, whether that be with us here in 2 hours or within the rest of this week or next. Have a great one, y'all.